I've been aware of the Kilt Challenge ever since year one, and I was always impressed at how the community has always chosen to respond positively to a call to action and actually for the cause, which is so important in the future for our industry and for the world.
What made you want to get involved in the Kilt Challenge?
I was very happy to do so. Yes, it's a bit out of my comfort zone. The concept of the thought of wearing a kilt, that's rather alien to me. Having said that, in Asia we have sarongs, so it is not too far away from a kilt. When they invited me to be part of a charity drive, I figured I may as well get cracking on it and start as early as I could. And I also figured that given the fact that I'm from Asia, I'm the first Asian kilt wearer, there was a reason for that. They wanted me to take the message to as wide a community as possible. The best way to it was to wear the kilt and let it be the symbol of this charity. And so yes, I wore it in 3 different occasions. Tomorrow night, which is the culmination of the Gala dinner, I'll be wearing it for the 4th time. And how has the experience been? I must say, first of all, it's a very handsome outfit. It's lovely to look at. It's a bit of a challenge to wear. For one who's not used to wearing a kilt, but the experience actually has been very positive because everyone and everywhere that I've worn it, everyone who has met me in it has been really impressed with not just the outfit, but the reason why we're doing this. And the positivity is very infectious.
How did you manage to set a new donation record?
It was basically leveraging on my connections and my network that I have, and actually putting myself out there, walking up to people who I know and who I don't know, explaining and educating them about the charity. What serves is the charity. When people realize that the funds are being raised to help the youth, the underprivileged and disadvantaged youth across 20 different countries, that itself is the reason why they feel, you know what, it's worth, the cause is very worthy. But the strategy I adopted was to actually be in front of them, explain to them, educate, talk to them, and ask them very openly, can you please contribute every cent, every pound, every dollar helps. And people have responded magnificently with a lot of generosity.
Did you face any challenges?
Well, I'm a big guy, as you know. And wearing the kilt in Singapore's humid weather, we're 1 degree north of the equator, or for that matter, wearing the kilt in Florida, which is quite sunny. And the kilt is thick wool. It was made, I had to get it commissioned with my size. It was made in Scotland. Lovely piece of garment, but it's really thick wool and thick jacket. So the challenge I found was wearing with the heat of wearing that wonderful outfit and coping with that with the weather that I had to deal with. That was the biggest challenge of it all I faced.
Did you have any goals?
I want to take this to a widest audience as possible. Made sure it was visible in Asia, across Europe now, the UK and US. That was my milestone, to take the message and make sure it's visible to as many people as possible. And I reached out via social media as necessary. But I did not put a fixed dollar value in front of me. I just wanted to raise as much as we could. And part of the reason in my thinking, and I was talking to some good friends in the FIA industry as well. At one time I was worried when the numbers were going so high, will this be a barrier for another person to follow suit? But I rationalized that by raising the bar as high as I possibly could, it brings new people to the community to contribute. And I hope most, if not all of them, will contribute again in the future.
Any memorable moments?
I've had some wonderful contributions and discussions from traders who had lost touch with former flow traders. I came from Singapore, the CIMEX exchange, the futures exchange in Singapore, which was an open outcry market. And there were some of the old flow traders who had actually semi-retired or retired. And when they heard about this, they came out to talk to me and contribute. So that was a very wonderful experience and memory that they were coming back to participate because they remember that they owed their futures and their careers to the futures industry, and they wanted to find a way to get back. And that was definitely something that was really positive and memorable. I've also had some good memories and from contributions, not just from people, but companies as well, where they have tried to match what others in their shop have been giving and made sure that they provided a bit more. So that was another good memory.
How did you get the word out?
I must say, in this context, I'm really grateful to my exchange colleagues, Singapore Exchange. I've been working with the Singapore Exchange for 33 years now, and I have a very good, strong relationship and camaraderie with my colleagues and I say across the board. They've been very, very helpful in helping to actually work with me in creating suitable LinkedIn pages or profiles. They've also helped me in terms of spreading the word amongst their own networks and friends within the industry and outside the industry. And they've been really encouraging me to actually keep flags flying, to get more contributions for this charity. And then, of course, I relied on my own network. I have a decent network of connections, and I just message them via WhatsApp. I send them emails, and I would say that majority of the colleagues and friends that I wrote to have stepped up in some way, shape, or form. LinkedIn was very helpful. So social media in the context of LinkedIn, I'm not a big social media person. I don't really use it a lot. LinkedIn was the one platform that I have used and was related, and that had proven to be quite helpful and successful.
What advice would you give to the next challenger?
First of all, there's no right or wrong answer. Different people have different ways of trying to make this work and take it out there to be successful. My sincere advice would be start early, as I did. I started actually, maybe should have started even earlier. My first foray in making this work really only kicked off in November of last year, just before the FIA Asia conference. So I had a good run of about 8-9 months. Perhaps I should have started even earlier, as early as July, right after the FIA IDX conference. But my advice would be start early, because this way you leverage on a wider range of connectivity and networks, and people will really want to contribute.
Are there any future charity plans?
I do get involved in different charity efforts in Singapore. That Singapore Exchange has a Blue Charge event, which is an annual fundraising exercise. We've done this, I think this is the 16th year that we have raised funds across the financial community, and the Muddy Boys was a variety of charities. I'm talking to someone right now in the UK who's asking me to actually work with them on where funds will be generated to go towards helping people who need sustenance and food. So meals are being provided to them across the world, different parts of the world, but even in the UK itself.
How has participating in the Kilt Challenge affected you?
It's reaffirmed my faith in maths and women, where we will do the right thing for the right cause. And everybody I've connected with has done something towards making this a success.
What did you learn about yourself?
I've always talked about it or heard about it, but never really did it, which is a step outside your comfort zone. Wearing a kilt, which, and I don't mean to come across negatively, but it's kind of like a skeleton. But for a person who's never worn such an outfit before, wearing that and walking around takes a bit of learning and getting used to, especially when you try to sit down in a very appropriate way. It's not the easiest thing to sit in. But the point is that stepping out of your comfort zone, doing what's right, getting the support of your friends and colleagues and partners, that's been really a wonderful experience.
What is your message for others about supporting children's charities?
Specifically within the context of our derivatives industry, I really believe that we, all of us, myself, yourself, and many of us who work here, have really benefited over the last 3 to 4 decades of working in this industry. We've seen amazing growth, contributed to the growth, and benefited from the growth of the business. And that comes with the responsibility and obligation to help others in need and help them to do better. And it can be channeled in so many different ways. In this particular context, with the Futures for Kids initiative, is helping the next generation to come out of challenging lifestyles and poverty and issues and challenges, and actually giving them a step up and helping them, put them on a stronger footing for their generation and their growth.
What kilt are you wearing for the ceremony?
I try to bring a twist into the setting for tomorrow. So first of all, the kilt I chose, I decided to go with corporate colors, like Singapore Exchange colors. So it's a purple-based kilt. Have a little bit of an Asian theme with the waistcoat from this, made out of batik fabric, and the flashes, which are the flashes that go along the side, along the stockings, and that's also in batik as well. So a bit different, but something to just represent what we've done, where we are from in Asia, and our contribution to the Futures for Kids charity.